From progress on riverfront development and downtown projects to more public safety hires, it's been a very busy year for Fort Wayne. And Mayor Tom Henry joins us this morning to talk about what the new year holds. Great to have you here with us.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Good morning. Well, 2015, a very busy year. We had more than $21 million in neighborhood infrastructure projects, Ashbrook Ridge, riverfront development. It just goes on and on. What's your big takeaway from this year?
Well, I think probably of all the initiatives that we started in 2015, I'm thinking probably the neighborhood infrastructure program that we did. We spent about $21 million, and we're set to spend another $20 million in 2016, and that's the biggest investment in neighborhoods that we've ever done.
What can you talk more in depth about that $20 million for next year?
What we need in our city to make sure that the neighborhoods are vibrant and thriving is to make sure that they have good streets and curbs and sidewalks and handicap ramps. So we study all of our neighborhoods, and we have hundreds and hundreds of miles of sidewalks that we have to keep an eye on. And anymore, we're trying to fix up as many of those as possible at city expense. Historically, we've shared that expense with neighborhoods, and we still do from time to time, but unfortunately, there are areas where there are no homes, or we come up against homes where there's elderly or handicapped, and we can't expect them to help pay the costs. So we identify that, and we do it at city expense.
Ashbrook Ridge project, we all have our eyes on that.
Yes.
A lot of changes going on. What does the future hold with that? Any updates you can give us?
Well, it's no question that the Ash building will really make a change in downtown Fort Wayne. It's going to begin to change the skyline. And as a result of that, there's now going to be some additional investment in downtown. We have some investors looking at the possibility of another hotel downtown. We have several very famous restaurant firms looking at downtown. In fact, one of them has already announced they're going to be moving into the first floor of the Ash building. In fact, I was talking to Tim Ash, and he said so much interest has been shown in that building that he probably could have built another floor. So that's all good sign for downtown.
Really? Wow, that's great news. I did want to ask you, you did hire a new contractor to bring business to the south side of the city. Fort Wayne was represented in an international shopping center convention in New York was a couple of weeks ago. Did you get any bites with that?
We did hear that Fort Wayne was very well represented, and a lot of companies, a lot of investors never knew Fort Wayne existed. So the fact that we hired a marketing firm to represent Fort Wayne, which is something that's never been done, they're very excited about showing others what we have. And now they're going to be going to Las Vegas to another show and taking Fort Wayne with them. So it's the fact that companies and investors are now seeing that not only does Fort Wayne exist, but we have quite a bit to offer. So that's all a good sign.
You mentioned development in the future for 2016, the neighborhoods. What is going to be your main focus as we head into the new year?
Probably this coming year will probably be riverfront.
Okay.
We were able to secure several $1 million by foundations and by our legacy money and other sources. We're going to have to begin that process. We really want to see what ultimately it's going to be. We've got to begin it. And that's probably what we'll do in 2016. We'll do some property acquisition and demolition. We'll do some soil borings to make sure that when we build the boardwalk and the promenade, that the shoreline can support it. So there's going to be a lot of behind the scenes work that will be done in 2016.
All right, switching gears now to holiday traditions. A lot of stuff going on around the city. Putting you on the spot, what's your favorite tradition in Fort Wayne?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to say probably the lighting of the Santa Claus on the PNC Bank.
Okay.
That brings thousands of people downtown, and that kind of kicks off the season.
Okay, Mayor Henry, great to have you here with us,
It's a
and
pleasure.
happy holidays.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.